Okay, guys, the strange part is that when I was going into the store after telling that hilarious story about, so that's Mr. Riley's car over there, where you see the brake lights. I don't know if you can see it by Mr. Riley. I knew I was going to see Daniel again soon because I kept seeing him and he said he saw me all those areas. Now he's leaving. He was begging me for you know what. And it didn't make any sense. I'm like, what are you doing? And then he was trying to force a hug. And I told him, I'm glad I saw him though, because it just dawned on me on one of those videos, like one of the first videos that I posted was me calling him a bitch ass nigga. But I was gonna sugarcoat it, but I just that straight. He said, "Boy, you was hot." He said when he exactly that's exactly what he was gonna do. What he said he was gonna do, which was do something like trying to hit me or something. But he said he saw that I look. He said my demons was stronger than his demons at that point because I was trying to let that guy go. He wanted to stand there and bite on his chocolate pie. But yeah, he said that he could tell my demons was stronger than his demons that night because I braced myself. And he said usually people would be like, "Oh no, don't hit me," but he said I had I had stood up to his ass and made my chin go up. My chin didn't go up that high how he trying to say it did, but he was like, I braced myself like, hit me if you want to, nigga. And he was right. That's exactly how my facial. That's exactly what I was saying. But and then that's why he walked away on camera. I didn't show his face on there, but he was walking away wearing red. But today he was wearing blue. And don't worry, I'll put my seatbelt on. He was wearing a blue shirt. It looked like he just came from doing some work, maybe at one of the. I don't know why he came in. Like he was honking the horn, but I ignored it when I didn't know he was there. I felt like he was around there because of that stupidity that was happening with the guy in the gold car, and he was watching that. He watched me when I got out of the car when that happened too. By the way, so he knew that he was watching me the whole time. I had no. I told you, not I told you, but I could feel it that I was being like those something was about those the energy of those men who was doing that stupidity. I was like, that's like, and I had said it on that video too. That's the crazy thing about it. Hmm. I just another memory happened about this little alleyway by this food place, but I went to park, so I'm not traveling. But anyways, so he came over. He said, "I saw you with your phone like this." And the only time I was like that out of the car was when I was trying to record. When I was recording that video, after when those guys got out the car and the music was blasting. I was gonna say blaring. When the music was blasting, when he said, "I wanna make love in this club," and then next thing you know, it was extremely loud because the door was open and he was bagging up fast. The dude was standing up outside the car hanging. I mean, baby, they had to be high because how you held on when he was bagging up that fast? That's the crazy part. Like they being real ratchet out here now. Like they got the party started too early. It ain't even nighttime yet, and I realized it's Friday. And we tried to leave early, but I knew that once Daniel saw that we was going in the store, that he was gonna try to wait till we came out. My son and I, my baby, he was gonna wait till we came out. I want to make sure I don't hit that trash can. So, anyways, he waited that whole time. He could have been left. He said he's gonna go see someone, I won't say their name, who's a basketball player out there in Lake Charles. And I was like, why are you telling me where you're going? I'm not going with you, bro. Because and I did miss him because of his style of being. He didn't give a you know what, the way he taught, he expressed himself. And baby, he needed some of my energy too, because I went ahead and gave him a hug just to be, kind of polite. And I've been being quite polite to my gang stalkers today. Sometimes it kind of f's them up. One of them, Daniel's trying to say I'm being mean because I keep telling him no, that I'm not gonna give him none. I'm like, I'm not obligated to give you some. And then he said, I'm done begging you. I almost pulled the phone out and started recording and make a video with him standing right there while he was saying it, but I know he would have stopped then. He'd be like, what you pulling your phone out for? He an older man. I had liked it because it reminded me of people in my family that grew up in the South, and like his attitude, it was like it's not like the people up here in Oregon. Baby, he needed some of my energy big time. That's why he was like, man, I sure do miss that MF. But he was like, he trying to get him some. But then I was like, why would you do that? But basically, I took that opportunity to apologize to him for calling him that name when I got upset. He was like, boy, you was hot too. And I was like, I told him, you didn't even let me get a chance to explain to you. And then I started explaining to him. And then he said, I know you be drinking and smoking your weed and stuff. I told him, no, I don't. Like, a couple days ago, I had a couple beers, but I took a break from drinking too. So I wanted to make sure I wasn't like an alcoholic, even though I'm not an alcoholic because I don't need to have a drink like all the time. But I just wanted to take a break from 2 weeks, absolutely no drinking at all. 2.5 weeks with absolutely no drinking, because there was a point where when I was stressed, I was having a drink at least once every day or every other day or twice every other day. And I was like, that's not good. So then I took a break, and then I saw that, okay, I was okay. Maybe I was stressed. I had to I forced myself to get through certain situations without taking anything to like relieve stress in an artificial manner, like maybe marijuana or even drinking. So I completely stopped smoking marijuana months ago. The last one I had, it was an edible. It wasn't smoking because of pain from when something that happened at work. And I was like, oh man, I did something wrong. But it was like, it wasn't from twisting wrong. It was, I think, something, I can't remember what it was, but I and it was stressful. I was stressed out at that time, and something that happened that was pain. Instead of me going to the doctor, I just had an edible and like did something mentally to manifest healing. And then I stopped, and that was months ago, and I haven't had any marijuana at all, period. And I didn't even actually desire it, which was making me happy. So because it made me know that I wasn't dependent on it. So, and then he was like, what, you stopped smoking marijuana? And I was like, yep. He can't get me on that way. He can't try to bribe me with marijuana, because you know how some people, when they do drugs or something, or have they have a dependency on some type of chemical, then that was a big one, Papa. And they sometimes people know that, and they use that against you. Like, they try to bribe you in that way, like, here, well, I'll give you this, as long as they don't give you money, and they hope that you're on some sort of drug. Because I don't know what it is about some people, they would rather give you drugs than to give you money. Like, if you needed to get something else, they'll rather give you drugs or alcohol. That's what my ex-boyfriend, he was that type of man, where he, like, if he couldn't bribe you with drugs or with alcohol, then he wasn't finna cough up no money. He wanted you to be strung out like he was. Otherwise, if he gave you money, you had an opportunity to elevate yourself. So that's the reason why he didn't do it. I could tell because of the actions he took. His actions spoke really loud. So if money would elevate me in some kind of way, or anyone else, he would decline it. Or if you had to have, you have to pay him back. He won't just give you any without expecting something in return, and it's usually sex, or he'll hound you and be like, you I did this for you, you got to do this for me, or he'll keep speaking on what he did for you. I was like, oh, take your tail on, baby. And it's already bad enough he was my ex. I paid him money for a car. He fucked it up. He was dishonorable about the whole sales process. And I was trying to put money in. I called myself trying to put money into his pocket instead of going to buy from someone else. Because that's what I was trying to do. He allegedly took the price down. But the reason why he took the price down is because they did some fuck shit to my car. That's why he had it for 3 months. The car had been paid off. I've been paid off the car. And they had it for months. I'm like, why I still ain't got my car back? But you talk with some, y'all got such and such time before the warranty expires. But then they waited till the last week. They made me, not only did they make me wait, that's okay, because this stuff strengthens me. Because when they go through certain things that I've gone through, they will not be able to handle it. It will drive them insane. They already on drugs now, and they're the ones causing people these I was gonna say, that's not even a word, so I thought about it. These inconveniences. They're the ones that's causing people inconveniences for payment, and they're still not happy. So just imagine going through karma for causing people, for taking payment to cause someone an inconvenience in life, and knowing that they have children, and then you smiling in their face while you're talking crap behind their back. Robert Porter. And I'm gonna keep saying it because I don't care. You did all kind of stuff. You had people, you were telling people my business and everything. I'm not even finna go into everything this man did. He know what he did. Shoot, ain't that's ridiculous. That's exactly why I'm not giving myself to anybody unless I know they're upright. How you gonna come begging somebody for some sex? Are you serious? And he got mad at me because he was like, oh, I saw 10 10 10 10 10. I mean, another 10 came out. But he got upset because I told him the same thing I told him before. There's plenty of vaginas out here that you could choose from. He said, ain't nobody want those ragged and mean bitches. But the thing is, you're calling me mean too. So that means because I told you no, that I'm not gonna have sex with you, and now you're saying, he said, why when you gonna act right? And I was like, so what do you mean I'm not acting right? How am I not acting right? And he said, cause you know it's me. I'm the dude. You want me to just have sex with you, and then if you got money, you saying you got money, you the type of man who will say you got money, but you won't offer any money, you won't give money in exchange for something, if you catch my drift. So yeah, and even then I told him no, because like I'm doing something different in life. Like I don't want no negative, what am I trying to say, like I don't want no parts of that type of sinful lifestyle. That's what I was trying to say. But and that's why I was like, no, well, how dare you try to think you're gonna have sex with me? You just want my energy. That's what you want, baby. No. You're trying to use me. I mean, if you gonna use me, baby, you better cough it up. You don't gotta do like those other people do. Don't pay no money directly to me. Buy something at a store because he the one who told me that shit. Buy something from a store and like make a like those people. They have a business. They let the man go buy something from the business. That's how they wash one of the money. Oh, there's one of my gang stalkers. He's good. Baby, they be pulling up. I know because of that white car. And then when I saw that bald headed gangster lean while he driving. I know. I was like, oh, baby, I know who you is. Man. But yeah, it's just crazy. I knew at one point because I was actually gonna say hi to Daniel Riley the yesterday when I saw him. I was gonna wave, and then he was like, "You can't even." Today he said, "You can't even say hi to a nigga," and I waved. I waved. That's saying hi. He was like, "You sarcastic bitch." I just be playing with people like that that's been doing stuff. And then he asked me certain questions like, you still got that same phone? And then some other stuff he said. I'm not going to go into it right now because I want to go ahead and get us home. I'm getting sleepy too. We've been up early, and I did a spiritual cleanse last night, and my son and I, we slept great and woke up in a good energy. And then that, and even before I had did the spiritual cleanse, that man asked us for dinners, and I think he asked to take me out to dinner. And next thing you know, that lady in the green Cadillac came rolling by. That's when I knew. I think they're connected some kind of way. They might live in the same house because he reminds me of her for some reason. Like he looks like her, like how people be when they're a partner and they be intimate, it's like their energies mesh together, and it's almost like they literally become one. They look like each other in their own way. I can't really explain it, but some of you guys know what I'm talking about. So some people they're so super soulmated of a partner and intimate with each other that they literally almost look like brother and sister, how close they look like each other. I don't know why that randomly when the windshield wiper randomly came on. But then Daniel was telling me about the cars he bought. I'm like, I'm not that lady where you can flaunt your stuff in front of me to make me give myself to you. I'm not a groupie, okay? Damn. I'm sick of guys doing that, and then they get mad if a woman come that only want to use them for their money. See, that's why I had talked about that show that's on YouTube when the men show how um they know the type of woman to go for, but they try to test to see if a woman's gonna be a I was gonna say a gang stalker. I meant to say a gold digger. They try to test to see if the woman's gonna become a gold digger. I mean, if not become, but if she's a gold digger based off of like her response, judging him how he looks in their face, and then if they see him go over to like their supercar or their luxury sports car, then the woman be like, "Oh no, hey, you can have my number." All of a sudden, she changed her mind, and it's because she saw that he was going to like a high price, expensive car. That's a good show to show how people do. Niggas do the same thing. That's the part that you're missing, guys. That men do the same thing when it comes to a woman they see, especially those low life bum dudes. They'll see a woman, she'll have kids and everything. They'll see that she doing pretty good. They come and try to leech off of her ass. And if they saw her looking normal one day, they'll act like she's crappy. But if they see her another day where she's dressed up, and then they see her have like a decent car or a nice car, and it look like she got things going, then all of a sudden they try to hit you up and be like, "Man, why you acting like that?" Kind of like Mr. Riley over there. He saw that I'm still doing okay by myself without him or anyone else. Now he over here trying to come beg me for that. Are you serious? He said my demons was stronger than his that night, because usually people get scared. He said I braced up like, "Hit me if you want to, nigga." He said, "Hell no." I just look at this car going slow, looking dead at me instead of just going ahead and going, bro. Damn. But I should have known because of the one headlight. One is dimmed out than the other one. They must have just got the car from a game stalker or something, because they have the trip permit on the car, or they just didn't register it yet. That's crazy, man. I feel like I'm getting drained and tired from these game stalkers, but it's because it's the weather too. Like, it's so cozy to me. Like when all of a sudden the nightfall is kind of settling, and then there's rain. I love water. If I could, I'd have a house by the beach. Then I can look out my window and see the waves. I'd be putting those shows on YouTube sometime to sleep at night if I don't listen to like the meditative frequency or other music, like those Buddhist music sounds. Yes, I do. My papa went to sleep because we had a long day, but it was not a long bad day. It was like a long good day. Well, in my opinion. Oh yeah, that's another thing I want to talk about. How I actually was cheerful to my son's daycare lady. I told her about me being upset. She really didn't want to hear it. I know it, but it's okay because I told her at first I was thinking about taking my son from their daycare. It first started, I was like, "Oh, I like your car," because she had a Grand Wagoneer. I never seen that car before. That car is super big, bro. It's nice too. And I said, "I like your car." And then she said, "Yeah, we have a big family." And I was like, "I see why." So I knew it. Most of those kids was probably their kids up in there. I thought to do the same thing too, like go get the daycare license and then just stay home with my son all day. But I because of the gang stalking, I knew that they might try to make something seem like all of a sudden come up with some random shit of why I can't do that. And maybe I'll have to accept other kids, which I totally don't mind doing. But because of the gang stalking right now, I just don't have the mental capacity, patience level to deal with something like that, because I'll get frustrated. And I'm already recently starting to cultivate a grand level of peace in my life again, so that I don't lose my mind when people keep trying to harass me and stuff. Like when they follow me around. Sometimes when I'm not having a good day, it really pisses me off. But like when I'm having a good day and I see them following me around, I don't care because it don't bother me. And I actually notice how it tones down because they see that they're looking stupid what they're trying to do. But yeah. Anyways, I had a good conversation with the daycare provider, and we actually started exchanging Spanish phrases again with each other, so I can learn how to say "have a good evening" to, I mean, "have a good weekend" to the daycare lady that was there. And I see that my son, like, things have changed ever since I made that other video talking crap about them, because of her response to me. She even know that was pitiful to say, because she felt bad about it later, about her response to me trying to, I wasn't accusing her of doing something wrong. I was just bringing it to her attention about my concerns about my son as well as other children. But since she gave me the response she gave me, I just said a prayer over all the children at that daycare, and for the daycare providers, so that they can have peace when they're dealing with the children. Because I was like, if I care about my kid, I should care about other people's children too. So I decided to pray for the whole daycare and the ladies, so that they can have peace and have patience to deal with the children, where they don't lash out at the kids and stuff like that. So since I see my son's kind of getting used to that place, I kind of don't want to take him from there. But if but and I did find another daycare, so I'm most likely still gonna go check that daycare out. So that way, if I do want to switch my son out of that daycare still in the future, I will take him out and put him to that other daycare that I found, because I asked God to show me where it was again. Because a couple days ago I couldn't find it. All of a sudden, it was trying to do like those houses do in Louisiana, where they be there and then they disappear. And I was like, maybe I shouldn't take him there because that's that witchcraft. No, that's I'm just playing with that part. But no, I saw it again today, and I was like, okay, good, there it is. Now I know for sure exactly the location. Because last time I didn't see it there. I was like, I could have sworn I looked here and it wasn't there. So, baby, if they got that ghost daycare and they do good, I'll be like, make sure you teach my baby some spiritual practices that he can use with. No, I ain't gonna say that. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and go home. Like, I got some stuff to make dinner. My son really enjoyed the dinner I made last night. He was crying for the plate when I thought he was done. He started crying when I took it away. He don't usually do that. He just watched me take it away, and then I dumped it the rest of anything else, like if he had enough to eat. But usually he's stuffed, but this time he wanted to eat all that food, baby. He started crying, and then I asked him this time, the next time I went to go take his plate, and I said, all done? And he said, all done. I was like, that's so cute. And then I took his plate. That's the first time I heard him say all done. And it was just a little small corner, a little pinch that was left. You might as well could have ate it, but he was too stuffed. He's only 2 years old. Sometimes he act like he's an old man. That's why on one video I put it where he was like chilling, like how I usually do when I lay down with my legs, what my not my legs back. I meant to say with my arms back. Sorry about that. That was an accident. I apologize. But but yeah, and he was listening. I put the song on there for the Ed Sheeran or Sheeran song that soon I'll be 60 years old, because he looked like he was an old man just sitting back there chilling, thinking about when his children come over and visit him. But yeah, guys. Oh, Daniel's trying to call me. He do still have my number. He told me he gonna call me because he still have my number. And watch, he gonna be mad because he gonna be like, the beast still ain't pick up. The beast didn't have enough audacity to pick my phone call up. And oh, I was gonna say I would text him, but I didn't want him to call me. I told him don't call me. That's why he said I was being mean too. Okay, thank you. I almost pointed it to the radio so you can see his name pop up. But yeah, I had said that it's because I feel like they're trying to send him in for some reason, like whoever they are. I almost said the NSA to whoever y'all mugs is. I don't care, because y'all just be trying to be sneaky. Some people in the world, they'll be like, "Oh my gosh, those agencies will never care about you. Who are you?" But baby, when you know some stuff, like my uncle said, some stuff. Like people be watching you now, especially when you're in programs. Look at that. One of my other exes, which was a friend. He was a friend, but he wanted to be like, he was an ex from back in 2013 or 14. I think it was 2014. Yeah, 15. 2014 or 15. He got married to someone just to get his kids back, and then they got a divorce. He tried to make it seem like that woman used him for business, but they were using each other. So what the fuck are you mad for, dude? And then I saw his car go quick over there. They all do those same movements when they game stalkers. So now I know they must have got to him too. That's why I dipped up out of his house. I'll tell a story about that another time. And he was mad. He went to go talk and mess about me. It's okay. I don't care. Because the stuff people do when they trying to make lies on people, it's gonna come back to bite you at some point. Even if it take 5 to 10 years, it's gonna come back, baby. And when it do, you gonna regret that you had did that. That's why I'm very careful. I don't be going in line on nobody, smearing campaign. That's why I said, okay, well, I'm gonna tell the truth about y'all mugs, about y'all niggas, what y'all be doing around here. I think about the daycare lady. I'm glad I had that conversation with them so they know. Because at first I was pissed, but I was like, she got a big family. I ain't trying to have. I don't really want to be having no burn the bridges type moments with people. I like to keep stuff intact. That's why people I should have let go a long time ago, we still was hanging on because it was because of my end of being receptive to them, still forgiving them over and over again, but still letting their raggedy ass back in when I should have just forgave them and let them go ahead and mind their business and stay doing what they were doing instead of trying to let them sneak back in. Because I see every time they did that, it was because they had an agenda of some sort, and sometimes it wasn't their own agenda, it was an agenda that somebody else put in their ear to have them come do something and for a bribe, like because they got paid either in drugs, sex, or money, or a house for free to stay, or a fucked up free car. I get it. Oh man, I'm so sleepy. I'm just looking at my hand shaking on the steering wheel, like how I feel like I could just go to sleep right here. Like I got the itis that bad. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. I made it. Oh, 25:55. I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. And sorry, this video is quite long, but oh man, I would be laughing my ass off thinking about how that man was standing up outside the car with the door open, and then I wanna make love in this club. And then he slammed the door and got pissed off at the other dude that was driving. Then the man was like, "Man, what's wrong with you? Why you tripping?" And then he gonna get out the car, get mad, and then go into top to bottom. Like that was the most ghetto is ratchetest stuff I had seen today, and it was funny because the car he was gliding, he was looking like man, hey, bro, hold on. The man with the driver was probably so high he didn't even know the man opened the door and was standing up outside the car. That's the way it looked. The way the man was like pissed off. I wish you guys could see his face. Okay, let me get off here for real. I can laugh at that while I'm getting home. All right, guys, have a good one.